Welcome to Recap 40. Today we look at the romantic movie The Notebook, a mesmerizing and beautiful love story that transcends time. Click subscribe for more movies. Spoiler alert. The movie starts. A lady named Allison Hamilton in a nursing home stood by the window looking out at the majestic sight. Meanwhile, in another room, an elderly gentleman named Duke, narrating his own life story, walking out of his room toward the lady's room on the other side. "It's a lovely day outside. Let's take a walk," said the nurse who approaches the lady. At that moment, Duke walked into the room to greet Miss Hamilton. The nurse introduces Duke to her as someone who comes to read to her. Duke starts off the reading with June 6, 1940. Allie was 17 years old. Here, the story is shifted to the year 1940 on Seabrook Island, South Carolina, where there is a carnival. A young man named Noah Calhoun, who is a poor lumber mill worker, and his friend Finn see a cute girl named Allison Hamilton having so much fun riding the bumper car. Noah immediately becomes attracted to Allie. He asks Allie to dance, but she declines. Allison and her friend are enjoying the Ferris wheel ride when Noah jumps on the ride, sitting between her and her friend, demanding to take her out. Refusing her saying no for an answer, Noah performed risky moves, grabbing onto a bar on the Ferris wheel to force Allie to say yes. So afraid that Noah would fall, Allie said, "Yes, I would go out with you." Playful, Allie removed Noah's pant as a payback for forcing her to go out with him. While walking with his mill workers' friends, Noah spotted Allie and rushed to her side to reacquaint her, telling her he was being drawn to her, to remind Allie of her date with him. She cutely retorted that she changed her mind. He persistently talks her into keeping her promise. "What can I do to change your mind?" Noah devised a scheme to use his friend Finn and his girlfriend Sarah to set up a double date at the movie theater. Allie was surprised to see Noah. They reacquaint. After the movie, Allie and Noah take a walk together. Strolling along, their chemistry begins to blossom. Allie admitted to having fun and have not seen a movie since she was a little kid. She is very busy with heavy schedules already planned out by her wealthy parents. Noah is recklessly playful, persuaded Allie to lie on the street with him where the sound of a car horn startled them. Yet, a carefree Allie has fun and romantically dances with Noah, who sings "I'll Be Seeing You" in the middle of the street. The scene then shifted to the present day where, with the book in hand, Duke reads to Miss Hamilton, the indifferent to the trials of young love between Noah and Allie, who start to travel down a long road with no regard for the consequences and fell in love. Miss Hamilton heartily likes this kind of story. Back to 1940, after their romantic date, Allie rushes into Noah's arms and begins to spend every waking hour together, becoming inseparable. Allie meets Noah's warm and caring dad Frank Calhoun while Noah was reading a poem. Frank compliments Allie is a lot prettier than let on, and the beautiful picture she drew, and fondly invited Allie to have unusual breakfast at 10 p.m. For Allie and Noah, it was an improbable romance from two lovebirds who come from opposite backgrounds. She's from the city, raised in a wealthy family, who has the world at her feet. He's a poor country boy. They fought a lot, not always agree on everything, but they're crazy about each other. One night, after Noah drops her off at home, Allie ran in and was surprised to her dad in the front porch, who wants Allie to invite Noah to family's house for dinner. Noah feels out of place and was pressured to reveal at the dinner table with wealthy guests that he is a lumber and makes 40 cents an hour. Allie's mother and speaks out that summer's almost gone, that Allie will be going to the prestigious Sarah Lawrence School in New York, while Noah insisted that it's only 2 hours away from Charleston. The news comes as a surprise to Noah. Noah and Allie continue to spend lovely and fun time together. Allie's father Aaron thinks it's summer love while and thinks it's just trouble for what it is. One night Noah took Allie to an abandoned house by the water at the Windsor plantation built in 1772 that he plans to buy it one day and fix it up. Allie wants a white house with blue shutters, big porch that she could paint. Allie sat at an old piano, playing Chopin. They're passionately in love, start making out on the floor, having much thoughts of what transpires with intimacy, wanting it to be so perfect. Noah and Allie disclose their love for each other. Suddenly, Finn yelled out Noah, "Noah!" and bursts in, informing them that Allie's parents have the cops out looking for her. Noah hurriedly takes Allie home. Allie's parents are furious at her for staying out at 2 a.m. and forbids Allie from seeing Noah, calling him trash. Sadly, Noah heard the conversation and felt hurt. Allie wants Noah to stay, but he left, saying she will have nice things ahead of her. Allie wants Noah to come to New York with her, but he turns her down. Noah wants to slow down while Allie construes breaking up with her, but quickly regrets. Back in the present day, Duke tells Miss Hamilton that Allie is gone, while she says Allie must have been devastated, that he was only trying to do the right thing. Miss Hamilton is very much into this summer love story, saying what she should have done was to tell those parents to go to hell. Back in 1940, the next day, Allie found her world turn upside down. And tells Allie that they're going home now, a week earlier. Allie does not want to go, but have to. Meanwhile, Allie went to Finn to look for Noah, letting him know that she is leaving town right away. Allie wants Finn to tell Noah that she loves him and sorry for everything, that it's not over. Allie wants Finn to tell Noah that she loves him. Upon hearing from Finn, Noah hurriedly drives to Allie's home, but too late, the home was gated up and empty. The scene then shifted back to Duke telling Miss Hamilton that summer romances end for all kinds of reasons. In a flash, they're gone. Out of desperation, Noah writes to Allie that he is sorry and is stupid for breaking up with her, that he still loves her and wants to see her, and if she writes back, he would travel the world to wherever she is. He writes one letter a day for 365 days, 365 letters showing his true love for her, but no answers. Finally, Noah gives up and moves on, writing a farewell letter. Together with Finn, Noah packed up the bags and heads for Atlanta. Finn and Noah enlisted in the military together. After 2 years they were deployed in Europe. Finn bravely died in battle. Back home, Allie was entering her 3rd year of college. She volunteers as a nurse's aide. To Allie, the broken, injured men who filled the hospital ward were all the reminder of Noah or someone who fought by his side. An injured Captain Lon Hammond, who is a handsome lawyer, notices that she is not wearing a ring and asks her out on a date. After Lon was released, he stood by the car waiting for Allie. Looking at Allie walking with her friends who giggle for his attention, he confidently reminds Allie about that date. Allie is surprised how fast she fell in love with Lon. He is handsome, smart, charming, coming from the old Southern money and remarkably wealthy. They wine, dance, enjoying the lavish life. Allie's parents are quickly enchanted by Lon. Lon proposes to Allie, while Allie not knowing that he already asked permissions from her parents and received overwhelming approval. Allie ecstatically accepts, but couldn't understand why the moment she accepts, Noah's face came to her mind. Meanwhile, Noah returns from the war, happily greeted by his father Frank, who let his son know that he sold the house to fulfill Noah's dream of getting his own house, the Windsor plantation. Noah is disappointed that Frank sold the house, but it's done. Frank will help Noah fix up the house. Looking at the house, Noah only sees Allie. He decides to fulfill his dream, building the very old house from the ground up. When going to Charleston to get the building permit, he saw a girl with Allie's resemblance. Quickly he rushed off the bus. Looking inside a shop, he sees Allie kissing another man. His heart broke, but something sparks in his head that if he fixes the home, Allie would somehow find her way to come back to him. The scene is shifted back to the present day. Duke has lunch with Miss Hamilton in the sunroom. Miss Hamilton inquires to Duke if Noah and Allie will see each other again. Duke, keeping Miss Hamilton's curiosity aroused, tells her he does not want to spoil the story before it gets to the good part. Continuing the story, Duke reads when Noah's father died in November, the house was all he had left. Working diligently, in time, Noah finishes the house. Proud of what he accomplished, Noah drunkenly thought about setting it on fire, and put the house up for sale. Noah found a number of interested buyers, but somehow cannot find a reason to sell it, whether the offer is too low or higher than the asking price, scaring away people who make the high offers. Noah lives a frustrated, lonely life. He met Martha Shaw, a war widow who lived in Quail Ridge, just a town away. His frustrated behavior shows Martha that she could see him thinks of somebody else when looking into his eyes. Meanwhile, Allie, beaming with much excitement, prepares for the wedding. The Daily Journal paper wants Allie to be the social highlight of the season with the governor coming. Looking at the Daily Journal, Allie and see a photo of Noah highlighted in the heading Old Seabrook home fully restored. And Allie were shocked and surprised. Allie confides in Lon that she no longer feels like painting, a hobby she loves. Lon encourages her to paint, questioning if she is okay. In reply, Allie wants to get away to Seabrook in a couple of days, to take care of a few things, to clear her head, reassuring Lon that she does not have cold feet. Returning to Seabrook to see Noah, Allie marvels at the beautiful house. Seeing Noah, she accentuates seeing the house with his picture in the paper, and wants to come to see if he is okay. Upon seeing her, Noah was speechless and she felt stupid to have come, quickly turned the car around and slammed into the fence. Noah asked her to come in. At this point, the scene is shifted to the present day. Duke closed the book. Miss Hamilton said it is a good story. I'm glad you like it, said Duke. Astonishingly, Miss Hamilton said she thinks she has heard it before, perhaps more than once. At this moment a nurse walks in and said the doctor wants to see Duke. Miss Hamilton is disappointed that Duke hasn't finished reading the story. Duke was called to see Dr. Barnwell, who talks about him reading to Miss Hamilton to help her remember. Dr. Barnwell explains that senile dementia is irreversible while Duke explains that she remembers, though not always. His belief in God keeps him going. Back in her room, Miss Hamilton attempts to play the piano. The scene then shifted to 1940s. Allie and Noah have a cordial conversation, talking about her fiancé Lon Hammond, Jr. That he is a good man, that she loves him very much, showing off her engagement ring and that she and Noah can be friends. Allie stays for dinner, talking about memory of this room where they were intimate. Noah romantically reads poem while Allie begins to feel it was real, you and me, really loved each other. Allie left and Noah asked her to please come back tomorrow to show her some place. Back in the present day, Duke continues to read to Miss Hamilton. Allie came back into Noah's life like a sudden flame, blazing into his heart, contemplating how he could lose her again. Meanwhile, Miss Hamilton wishes she could figure out the end of the story. At that moment, the children came while Miss Hamilton was wondering, children? Not yours, his, said the nurse. Miss Hamilton loves to meet them. She introduces herself to the children as Allie and merrily greets them. Allie excuses herself to take her afternoon nap. Duke hopes for a day of miracle. The children wants Duke to come home, that Mama doesn't recognize you, that they miss him. But Duke refused. That's his sweetheart in there, not leaving her. Back in 1940s, the phone rings as Allie enters the Seabrook hotel room. When the phone rings, Allie hurriedly picks up the phone, asking who this is, while Lon is on the other line, wondering who she is expecting. Allie returned to see Noah, sailing in the lake among a sea of swans, like a dream. Suddenly, the rain poured, they joyfully laughed. Getting back on land, Allie angrily demanded to know why Noah did not write her, saying it was not over for her. She waited for him for 7 years, and now it's too late. Noah responded with him writing 365 letters, every day for a year. Allie is surprised to hear that. Their passion for each other blossoms again, becoming intimately involved. In the morning, Noah's present girlfriend Martha stopped by, sensing that Allie is here. She's the one, isn't she? And asked to meet Allie. Noah refused. Just then Allie appears to say hi to Martha, saying she has heard a lot about her. In response, Martha heard a lot about her, too. They had a very nice time. Martha moved on. Waking up, Noah surprised Allie with the art room with artist painting tools that she loves. Just that moment, Allie heard a knock on the door, unexpectedly her mom, and was at her doorstep, warning Allie that Lon is on his way here, and that her father spilled the beans about Noah. When Lon did not hear about Allie, he decides to come. In hurtful voice, Allie wants her mom and to explain the 365 letters she hid from her. And sorry, but could not comfort Allie, wanting Allie not to do something that she might regret. And drove Allie to see her former lover who toils away at a laboring job in a distance. When her grandfather stopped their relationship, imagining how different her life would have been. With tears streaming down, and wants Allie to know she loves her father. Driving back to Noah's place, and gave Allie 365 letters that she kept for her, hoping Allie makes the right choice. Allie informs Noah that Lon is in town, her leaving to go back to Lon. Noah is furious. They got into an argument as Noah accuses Allie of leaving him for money. Angrily, Allie walked away. Noah exclaims he wants Allie forever, that Allie's leaving him is taking the easy way out, while Allie retorts, no easy way, no matter what she does, somebody gets hurt. In tears, Allie drove off, stopping at the side of the road to read Noah's love letters. His poetry brings to life the best love is the one that awakens the soul, and make them yearn to reach for more. The scene then shifted to the present day. Duke sat on a bench reading to Allie, who gracefully articulated, "It's beautiful, a beautiful story," while does not know why it makes her feel sad. Duke walks Allie back to her room to a table with lighted candles. They enjoy a splendid dinner. Allie wants to know more about the story. The scene then shifted to the 1940s. Lon looked up, vividly hurt, listening to Allie's confession, articulating the 3 vengeful options that he can do to Allie and Noah, but none of those options get him Allie. In spite of everything, he loves her. Allie reveals that when she is with Noah she feels like one person, when she's with Lon she feels like someone totally different. Back in the present day, Allie tearfully remembers it was us. It was us. Duke grabs the special moment to hold Allie, "Oh my darling." They happily enjoyed the dinner and danced together to the tune of their first dance, "I'll Be Seeing You," talking about their children. Shortly, her dementia relapses, panicking, exclaiming why Duke calls her sweetheart, and drifted away, yelling for help. Duke is emotionally devastated. Going back to his room, Duke turns pages of the story of our lives written by Allison Hamilton Calhoun to her love Noah from the notebook that Allie wants him to read to her to bring her back to him. The next morning, Duke is found to be unconscious, to be in full arrest. Duke recovered, going to see Allie, who miraculously recognized Noah. Noah apologized for not being able to read to her. Ali was afraid he'll never come back. Noah said he'll never leave her. Ali has faith their love creates miracle, will take them away together. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and like for more movies.